Today at Provost Park Fest, I'm going to show you an innocent mistake that Disney's made on this attraction. In today's video, I'm going to be giving away this amazing Jungle Cruise Funko Pop. Woo! Jungle Cruise. Be sure to watch the whole video to find out how you be eligible to win this. Today at Provost Park Fest, I'm going to show you the different shields that adorn the Carousel Progress. Now, something's happened when I was doing this research that I've never had to do before. I'm going to have to reach out for your guys' help because I came to a dead end and could not solve this riddle. So maybe you guys can help me. All right, let's get on the video. When you look outside the King Arthur's Carousel, you're going to see these different shields. There are 10 shields, and each one of them has their own story and meaning. We're going to talk about that today. King Arthur's Carousel is named after King Arthur. Now, was he a real figure? It's debatable. Some historians say yes, some say no. If he was a real figure, he lived around 600 AD. His first mention, though, wasn't until 1155 AD by a poet named Wace. W-A-C-E, and he wrote about King Arthur and the Round Table. The story goes with the Round Table that when King Arthur, when he became king, that people would sit around a table and they would kind of fight for where they would sit because there was like hierarchy. A lot of the barons would fight. So he had this round table where everybody would sit and make everybody equal, and one chair was always left empty. Except every once in a while I get a special person to sit there. I'll talk about that in just a moment. Did you guys know that our patrons get an extra video every Sunday night where Amanda and I answer their questions? They go on the community tab, they can ask us anything you want and we answer. It's an extra video for how much? $3 a month. Just that little. So if you want to do that, go ahead and become a patron. Go to patreon.com/ProvostParkPass or go to patreon.com and just type in Provost Park Pass. And for less cost than a Happy Meal, you'll get an extra video every single week. The story goes that King Arthur, who is an orphan, was out one day looking for a sword for his half-brother. And he found this sword in a stone and he pulled it. And the sword, of course, is Excalibur. And whoever's able to pull that sword is meant they're worthy to be the ruler over England. Excalibur, right there. Whoso pulleth out the sword of this stone and anvil is right wise ruler born of England. Right wise. Huh. Now, how big was this round table? Nobody really knows. Some people say it held 12 knights. A lot of people say it was 100 knights. Some stories say it's 1,600 knights would be able to sit around this round table. What? But on this carousel, there are 10 shields. So I'm going to go through today and show you what each of these different shields are for the knight they stood for and what they accomplished in their lifetime. I'm going to start here and I'm going to go, what I say is counterclockwise through each of these different shields. Let's get started. The first shield you see is Mordred. That shield right there belongs to Mordred. Now Mordred, he was actually never a knight of the Round Table. He was believed to be King Arthur's illegitimate son. His mother was Morgan Le Fay. She was a witch, and King Arthur didn't know he had a son, and they fought because he wanted to take over Camelot. They ended up dueling at the very end, and they delivered each mortal blows and killed each other. King Arthur was killed by his son Mordred. That's his shield right there. The next shield you see is just what's called a chevron. A chevron right there is this little kind of like a little arrow pointing up. It's a very generic term. It just stands for English heraldry. They use it in the armies, like, you know, with sergeants, they get chevrons on their sleeve. There's a gas station named Chevron because it's Chevron. It didn't belong to any knight in particularly. It's just something that it was around in the time of England, with time of the knights, there were lots of chevrons. So it's a generic shield. The next shield that you see over here is Sir Kay, K-A-Y. It's easy to remember because it has keys on it. Keys and K. Sir Kay lost his sword, and Arthur, he went out and looked for a sword and found one in a courtyard. Pulled it out of the stone, and hence Excalibur. When he became king, what he did is he had Sir Kay become what's called a seneschal. A seneschal was basically, he's the one that took care of the castle, all the daily going on, everything you need to do around the castle. Kind of think of it like the White House chief of staff. That's what Sir Kay was. Sir Kay is known for having very crass and crude humor. Eventually, he betrayed King Arthur, and then he was reduced and lost his stature and became just what was known as a steward. The next shield over here is Sir Boris de Ganis. Sir Boris de Ganis was a valiant and very brave knight. He was a cousin to Sir Lancelot, and he actually helped Sir Lancelot when he was fighting against King Arthur. He is one of 3 knights to go on the quest for the Holy Grail. Apparently, they found the Holy Grail, but he was denied the eternal life that was finally given. He then returned to King Arthur and told him what had happened, and then remained faithful till the end of his life to King Arthur. Sir Boris de Ganis. This next shield is a mystery to me, guys. This is where I'm going to need your help. Okay, so I've been doing research for over a month on this particular video, and I have reached a dead end. I cannot figure out what this shield is. As far as I can tell, the closest shield I can find for this is Baker, B-A-K-E-R, of Scotland. It's the only one I found that has like 3 bird heads on it. I don't know what it means. If anybody knows what that shield, who it belongs to, please put it down in the comments. I can't find it. The next shield is one of the most missed. I don't know, everybody thinks that this is Lancelot's shield. There's a lion on it, but it's not. That is not Lancelot's shield. This shield belongs to the Knight of Yvain. Y-V-A-I-N or Yvain, I'm not exactly sure. He's also known as, I'm gonna call him Yvain. He's known as Yvain the Great, Yvain the Brave, Yvain the Tall, and the Night Lion. Night Lion, how cool is that? The story goes that Sir Yvain was out one day and he found a lion who was being attacked by a dragon. He ended up slaying the dragon and the lion became his friend and pet. Hence the lion on his shield. How cool would that be to have a lion as a pet and best friend? Sir Yvain did. The next shield over here belongs to Sir Tristram, also known as the Sorrowful Knight. Now, Sir Tristram was an amazing man, and he helped his cousin, King Mark of Cornwall, form a truce with Ireland. As a result of that, Ireland says, here, this beautiful lady, I think her name was Iseult, I don't know how to pronounce that, it's an Irish name. They sent Sir Tristram to go pick up Iseult so King Mark can marry her. Well, when Sir Tristram was bringing her back, he fell in love with her, and she fell in love with him, and they ran away. When King Mark found out about this, he was so mad, he found and tracked them down and ended up killing them both. But after that, he felt so sorrowful, he ended up burying them together in a lover's grave. The story of Shrek is loosely based off of Sir Tristram. What? The next shield is the most popular knight of the Round Table. That is Sir Lancelot's shield. Sir Lancelot was the greatest sword fighter of his era. He also had a lot of courage, and he was King Arthur's very best friend. But there was trouble with a capital T, I tell you, trouble. King Arthur married Guinevere, and there's several times that she ended up getting, it's like almost like the princess in Mario, always getting kidnapped, and Sir Lancelot rescued her so many times. Well, Sir Lancelot and Queen Guinevere ended up having an affair. And because of this affair, that is really what started the destruction of the Round Table. Eventually, when King Arthur died, Guinevere, she pledged her life to chastity and loyalty and became a nun. Sir Lancelot dedicated the rest of his life to penance, hoping for forgiveness for the atrocities he committed with his best friend's wife. Oh, it's a heartbreaking story. Sir Lancelot's shield right there. Next to Lancelot's shield, Sir Lancelot, you see Sir Galahad, which is very fitting because Sir Galahad was the son of Sir Lancelot. Sir Galahad was the purest and most righteous of all the knights. Sir Galahad was raised in a nunnery, that's where nuns live, and hence the cross on his shield. He was supposed to be the purest of all the knights, and he led the crusade to find the Holy Grail. And apparently he was the only one to be able to see the Holy Grail because he was so pure. Now, the Round Table would always leave one chair empty. It was called the perilous seat. It was a reminder how Judas betrayed Christ. So they'd leave one seat empty. They would not let anybody sit in that seat except for Sir Galahad because he was the most pure, and they felt like he could sit there and deserve that honor. The next shield over is Sir Gareth. See this right here? It's the two-headed bird with like a log between them. Sir Gareth was like a hard-working guy, and he really wanted to be a knight, but he wasn't like a knight or have a lot of money. So he took a job as working in the kitchen staff in the castle, and he was treated very poorly by Sir Kay, the guy with the shield with his keys on it, treated him very poorly. Well, Sir Lancelot befriended him and trained him how to be a knight. Eventually, Sir Lancelot knighted him, and he became a knight of the Round Table. But tragedy struck. Guinevere, being Guinevere, got captured. Sir Lancelot, of course, went on a whole mission to rescue her, and in his rage, he accidentally killed Sir Gareth. Yeah. Shields are a very important part of this ride. I mean, look at this, the Nikon picture spot. What is that? It's a shield, because, you know, shields for the whole King Arthur's Carousel. Here's what I do. If you guys could design your own shield, like a knight, what would your shield look like? Draw it up, take a picture of it, whatever, and then put it on Instagram and tag it in Provost Park Fest. And then we will share those, show everybody what your shield would look like, your coat of arms, your heraldry. I mean, I don't know, mine would probably have, it'd be something with a pun. Now I'm gonna show you the innocent mistake that Disney made, and I don't blame anybody for making a mistake because it's really, I mean, anybody could do this. This is Mordred's shield, a two-headed bird. And here's Sir Gareth. It looks very similar to Mordred, see, but it's got like a log in the center. Above each of the shields, they have their flags representing them. And look, they accidentally put Mordred's flag above Sir Gareth. See how that has a log there? And that does not have the log. And right here, you can see Mordred's shield, but look up at his flag. They have Sir Gareth's flag. I mean, it's so similar, anybody can make that mistake. It's got the log. There's no log in the shield. There's a log. There's no log. There's a log. There's no log. And I know what some of you might be saying, but what are the rest of the flags? Oh, the rest of the flags are all fine. There's a Chevron. There's Sir K. I don't even know what that is. That's really bugging me, man. I've searched so hard to find that, guys. Baker, maybe? I don't know. That 3 swan head that looks like it's been cut off. I don't know what it is. I cannot find it. Please, somebody help me find this. Please, let me know what this is. What knight does that belong to? Is it just a fictional knight? Maybe it's just like a make-believe shield that Disney liked and just put it up there. I mean, I cannot find it. Or there's a knight, Sir Baker. Maybe he cooked for the Knights of the Round Table. I don't know. If you want to be eligible to win this amazing Jungle Cruise Funko Pop, it's super easy. All you have to do is 3 things. Number 1, make sure you already subscribe to Provost Podcast. Wow, that's super easy. Number 2, make sure you like this video. What? That's even easier. And number 3, be sure to leave a comment down below. That's it. That's all you have to do. I'll be selecting a winner this coming Sunday. Good luck. I hope you win. I hope you guys like this. It took a lot of research to find this. So the King Arthur's Carousel is an amazing attraction. We have a whole video all about the secrets revealed at that attraction right over here. I think I'm learning to point the right direction. Maybe, maybe not. I don't really know. Anyways, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know the drill by now. You guys have a fantastic, fantastic day. And if you have any other suggestions for what we should be doing for videos, put it down in the comments. I'm trying to do all the suggestions we have. I mean, there's just not enough time to do them all, but I'm trying every day, trying to do a new one.